Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Burton and members of the City Planning Commission. My name is Michael O'Rourke. I am a senior associate with ADLER Consulting. I'm a licensed professional engineer in the state of New York with over 30 years of experience in both public and private practice. Like Mr. Adler, I am a past president of the Metropolitan Section, the Institute of Transportation Engineers. I am also a member of the Transportation Research Board and serve on the Unsignalized Intersection Subcommittee of the Highway Capacity Committee. And I will be discussing the impacts on the highway network and ramps. The DGIS indicates that there would be significant impacts on the highway network resulting in much slower speeds and bumper-to-bumper congestion. On the Wyck Expressway, when people are going to work in the morning, northbound traffic speeds would be cut in half from 40 miles an hour to 21 miles per hour. During the midday, speeds would be cut even more from 36 miles an hour to 11 miles an hour. When people are coming home from work in the evening, speeds would be cut from 39 miles an hour to 18 miles an hour. On Saturdays, the traffic speeds in the northbound direction would be cut from 41 miles an hour to 13 miles an hour. The impacts to the northbound Van Wyck are not unique. Extremely slow speeds and heavy congestion are also expected along the southbound Van Wyck, the southbound Whitestone, and both directions of the Grand Central Parkway. The traffic on the ramps will become intolerable as well. Speeds of less than 2 miles an hour are predicted for the ramp from westbound Northern Boulevard to the southbound Van Wyck Expressway for most of the day. By comparison, without the project, the predicted speeds are approximately 29 miles per hour. Single-digit ramp speeds are also predicted for other highway ramps in the vicinity. The congestion caused by these extremely low speeds will spill back both onto the highway network and the local streets, which, as we have already heard, will already be overloaded. These impacts would occur despite the improvements that the city has proposed. As mentioned earlier, the Federal Highway Administration and the New York State Department of Transportation have a role in approving these proposed improvements. It's worth noting what they have to say about them. On the federal side, the answer is simple: nothing. Simply because they have not been involved in this project, even though it must approve any changes in access to the federal highway system. NYSDOT, on the other hand, appears to already have considerable concerns about the geometry and the capacity of the proposed ramps, because these ramps have to be squeezed into the existing Van Wyck, Whitestone, Northern Boulevard interchange area. NYSDOT is also worried about some significant queue spillback that the cars on the ramps would back up onto the Van Wyck Expressway main line itself. They're also worried about inadequate sight distance for the proposed ramp. Finally, there is a potential safety issue since the exit ramp that is proposed would be a left-hand exit, and as everyone knows, left-hand exits are generally a bad idea. The American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials has stated, quote, "Left-hand entrances and exits are contrary to the concept of driver expectancy when intermixed with right-hand entrances and exits. Therefore, extreme care should be exercised to avoid left-hand entrances and exits in the design of the interchange. In sum, we would expect traffic speeds cut in half, unsafe ramps would be created, and there's a potential for backups and increased accidents." Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well timed. Wait 1 second. Let me see if there are questions for you. There are not. Thanks so much.